Hi guys, I am Dr. Vijaya Kumar, Professor, Computer Science and Engineering Department, AVS Engineering College. Now, today we are going to discuss about OSI layers. OSI layers means Open System Interconnection. It was developed by International Standard Organization in the year of 1978 and it is developed by 1983. Why we are going for OSI layers? Normally, the data is transferred from one place to another one place. Just the network interface card is enough. But one system is Windows and another system is Mac. Means there was required the mediator. So that is called OSI layers. There are totally 7 layers. Application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer and physical layer. There are totally 7 layers. Actually, I found the word from OSI layers. Easily students can remembering the layers in 7 layers. That is next. Actually, these 7 layers, the students easily can remember. Please do not touch such and pet animal. Actually, P stands for physical layer, D for data link layer, and N network layer, transport layer, such as S for session layer, presentation layer, and finally application layer. So students easily can remember the layers in an order because the order is very much important. Now we are going to discuss about one by one. First one, yeah. Actually, these are the layers levels. First 3 layers is called upper level layer, and last 2 layer is lower level layer, and the middle layer is called middle level layer. There are totally 7 layers. First one, next, physical layer. What is physical layer? Each and every layer having individual responsibilities. First physical layer responsibility is transferring the raw bits, like the combination of ones and zeros of bits traversing one place to another one place. This is a major responsibility, and the data rate, and finally the synchronization of a bit from sender to receiver side. And then second layer is called a data link layer. The main responsibility of data link layer is error detection and error correction. And then framing. What is framing? The framing means the unmanageable data is converted into manageable data unit. And then physical addressing. Each and every machine having a unique name. This is called the physical addressing. And flow control. The speed should be balanced between the sender and the receiver. We will discuss later. And then, yeah, another one responsibility of data link layer is the flow control. Already I told you. Different types of methods are followed by a flow control, that is stop and wait ARQ, go back N approach, and selective repeat ARQ. ARQ is nothing but automatic repeat request. Yes. And go to previous slide. Yeah, next. And error control. Error control is, there are 2 major types of error control. Forward error correction methodology and cyclic redundancy check. This is for error detection and correction. And next layer. Now the networks layer. The main responsible of a network layer is the routing. Routing means to find the shortest path between the sender and receiver. There are different types of protocols are used in routing, like major 2 types are inter-domain routing and intra-domain routing. Intra-domain means the packets passes within a network is called intra-domain routing. The data passes beyond the boundary is called inter-domain routing. There are 2 major protocols are used. In intra-domain routing, we are following a distance vector routing algorithm and link state routing algorithm. These 2 protocols are intra-domain routing. And next inter-domain routing is border gateway protocol. The packets passes beyond the boundary. These are the 2 major protocols used from this routing protocol. And then segmentation and reassemble. The message is divided into transmissible segments. Each contains a sequence numbers. what the sender send and the receiver receiving the same format. Next one. And the next layer is called no. Go to previous layer. Yes, transport layer. The fourth layer is transport layer. The main responsibility of a transport layer is connection control and segmentation and reassemble. Connection means there are two types of connection, that is UDP and TCP. UDP means user datagram protocol and TCP is transmission control protocol. UDP is connectionless. Connectionless means this is unreliable protocol. There was no acknowledgement received from the sender side in a UDP protocol. But the TCP connection, we receive the acknowledgement from the sender side. So this is the reliable one. We receive the acknowledgement from the sender side. So these are the major types of connection controls. Next. The next layer is called session layer. The main responsibility of the session layer is dialogue control and synchronization. What is dialogue control? The two systems enter into the dialogue. For example, the session layer allows two systems. There are two types, that is half duplex and full duplex. What is half duplex? The sender and receiver, they both are sending and receiving the data, but not simultaneously. But each can transmit and receive the data. This is called half duplex. In full duplex, simultaneously the sender and the receiver both are transfer and sending and receiving the data simultaneously. The example of full duplexes are mobile communication. And then synchronization. Synchronization means fixing checkpoints. Yeah, fixing checkpoints. There are totally 7 checkpoints. The data is traversed from point 1 to point 7. Now, in situations, maybe the connection may be released. So, if we are not unable to access the data from the pointer, so we receive the data in neighbor points is called checkpoints. If my data is lost, I receive the neighbor checkpoints. That purpose only the synchronization is used. Yeah, the sixth one is presentation layer. The main responsibility of presentation layer is translation, encryption and decryption. We know very well about the translation. Translation means one type of code is converted into another one type of code. For example, the compiler convert high level language to machine language. And then encryption. The sender encrypt the data and receiver decrypt the particular data. The sender sending one form of data, the particular data is receiver received. Between the medium, the data is transferred for another one form for privacy. That purpose only the encryption and the decryptions are used. And finally, compression. What is the purpose of compression? My data size is 25 MB. So I am unable to transfer the data within the mail. So I just compress the file. So I am using compression. I reduce the file from 10 MB to 15 MB. Easily I can compress the file. And the last layer is application layer. The user directly accessing this layer. There are dozens of protocols are used in this application layer, like FTP, that is the file transfer protocol, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, and FTP, simple mail transfer protocol. For mailing purpose, I am using simple mail transfer protocol. For web surfing, I am going to search something on web. I am using hypertext transfer protocol. Now I am going to transfer the file from one system to another system. I am using file transfer protocol. So these are the protocols we are using in application layer protocols. Okay. Oh, last the conclusion is the data communication. Exchange the data between two devices within the transmission medium. The effectiveness of data communication system depends on three fundamental characteristics. First one, delivery, accuracy and timeliness. And these is used for this networks. There are services are very much important. That service means need to share resources, that is services, transmission mediums and protocols. These three things are very very important in OSI layers. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video.